Okay. Hey guys, this is Jereme and I want to talk today about Tamil and English. So, why am I doing this? I don't know, because AI is taking over the job, so I thought I would put some of my opinions, maybe make some money. Just kidding. But anyway, this is going to be my vlog. I will share my thoughts. It's going to be anything and everything here. So, what I want to talk about is Tamil versus English and Hindi, the conversation which is right now going on in online. It seems to be very weird in my opinion, but yeah, it is what it is, because I think one party is trying to push Tamil and one party is saying that, hey, no, one party is trying to push Hindi and another party is saying that, hey, we are Tamilians, why should I learn Hindi? And also the nation was divided into states by linguistic choices, not by anything else. So it doesn't make sense to extend, but that's not what I want to talk about today. So what do I want? What you should learn? Should you learn Hindi or not? And what language should you prefer or put some effort to learn? Well, this question is more important than before, I think. Before it's very simple. The answer was always English. I still think it is English. Let me justify why in a few minutes. But why does this question is a little bit weird, I feel, is because of AI. So today we are having technologies which can do real-time translation. I think over the period of time, the people who we are talking about the students who are in the school, when they graduate or by the time they start going to labor, into the labor force, language, I think, will to extent become irrelevant, because you will have a real-time translation. You have headphones, probably that's how the communication is going to be. But keeping that aside, if you ask this question, which language you should study, the answer is very obvious. Go for English. Learn English as as your primary language. Probably also, I would argue, probably add your local language wherever you are. If you're originally from Tamil Nadu and you're settled in Tamil Nadu, you're in Chennai, learn Tamil. If you're in Karnataka and it has a local advantage to navigate those things, that's fine. But primarily, to survive in this world, you should learn English. Why is that? I think the biggest reason is US, because they talk in English. And okay, they talk in English, should we learn that? No, the argument I am making is, if you're in Tamil India, the most of the jobs, it's in certain sense, if you want to really do well, you have to know English. Or if you want to learn stuff, or you want to do a startup, or you want to do something well, you have to learn English, because that's where the most of the knowledge is accessible right now. Maybe this will change over the period of time, but today that is the most important argument, I would say. You will get a job if you're someone who can communicate in English extraordinarily, or even above average. You will get a job for sure. Even specifically in India, if you are having Tamil, just learn Tamil or just learn Hindi, right? If you go to and you know just English, let's say, right? And you go to job market and you try to find a job. I'm pretty sure you can get a 25,000 job in India very easily in Chennai. Anyone calls it a job. So it's your livelihood always makes huge difference. Just by the fact if you know English or not. So just don't get diluted the conversation. To extent, I think India today, when I was seeing the debate, it's not just people are arguing it's Hindi versus Tamil. To extent, if you take away English, that's what it is. But people are smart enough. Everybody who know, or I know, from the person who is doing very terribly in their life, poor people, to the people who's doing really well in their life, they always know English, or they're aspiring to know English. They want their children to know English. Everybody try to put them in English because it's a language of opportunity. So now, today it is English. Tomorrow, we don't know. Whichever the economy is doing really good, learn that language. Said that, if you're trying to learn other language, what would be the better language after that? One, my argument is simple. Learn English, because that's where job opportunity is. Learn local language wherever you are living. If it's in Chennai, learn Tamil. If you're in Karnataka, or the local language, and if you're going to North, learn the local language, because you have to survive there. You have to talk to auto workers, you have to talk to the bus people. It's terrible without local language. That's secondary. But for survival, even we can do without the second language, but it's just a matter of convenience. The third things, what language should you learn after that? Let's take away. often language are ability to communicate to people, and if you want to do well in your life, and if you're trying to go get a certain job and it is in certain geolocation and that the language is different, right, to learn that. So today most of the people in India, right, aspire to go to a West country, and West, most of the people speak English, specifically US, right, that is like huge, the largest GDP, and where the opportunity is great. Then if you go to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, all these great opportunity places as of today, if you do know English, it's great. And if it's a global, it has become a global language. But if you're moving away from English, tomorrow I think it could be Chinese language as well. I mean, I don't believe China will be great as become US is. I hope they don't. With the policy right now, they became a great democracy, and so they became the champions of freedom. Maybe that's great. But that is highly possible. If China so became great, I think you should learn Chinese. If you're someone into export and import business, and if you're trying to get import a lot of things, learn Chinese, because you're going to get a lot of manufacturing stuff from China. So it's going to give you a huge leverage. I mean, of course, the Chinese people are learning English because they want to sell their product in global places, and wherever they go, English is the ideal. I mean, they can sell anything in India just if they know English. So I will stop my thought with that. So with all this chaos of language, I think I understand the challenges. India has been eradicating all the languages wherever they go, and people always learn Hindi over other, because people just don't stick to their language. I mean, there is some side of a patriotism, but it's an opportunity, right? We want to do well in our life. We want to take care of our family. We want to put food on the table. Who cares at that point, right? But after that, if you're talking about identity, that becomes very challenging. I personally I'm putting some effort to learning Tamil because I come from Tamil Nadu, and there is some sort of cultural thing. I know I can speak very well Tamil, so I think if I go to Bangalore tomorrow for a job, I will do the same thing. I'll try to learn local language if I'm planning to settle there. So that's in personal level, right? In politics, the arguments are thing. I think you can make an argument on things. I personally think people can learn whatever language they want on their own will, and 2-language policy is more than good enough, because 3-language policy adds a lot of complexity. If imagine you are someone who is in job and you're moving to different, and there is a 3-language mandatory policies. Like, I mean, of course, it's going to be English first, and your local is whatever the language you're brought up, or at least at one point of going to be Tamil or Telugu or Malayalam is going to be a second language. If you're making a 3rd language, right, mandatory, or even the local language mandatory, it's complex, because if someone is traveling from Chennai to Bangalore and his second language is going to be English and Tamil and then English, what about 3rd? Then if you say if you have to learn a local language for 5-6 years, your kids would be in 7th grade or something, they would have not well learned. So it's going to add a lot of complexity. Probably they should encourage 3-language mandatory learning. 2 is good enough, 3 is optional. So that's what I think there. But I think this conversation will keep going on, and I think English, whether we like it or not, over the period of time, it's not going to be Hindi versus Tamil. I think English will become global language, and India will officially, it will become more people will be able to speak in English than what people will speak in Hindi. That's my opinion, and that's it. And if you like, put a like button. If you hate it, just do a dislike. And if you want to challenge my opinion or you want to say shut your mouth, Jeremy, please go ahead, drop your comments below. Thank you.